We're not going to make you wait anymore. Sorry, John, I had to do that.
It's okay. Every once in a while.
You're listening to...
Can you do it like?
Don't make me laugh.
Who suggested the petty, by the way? That's such a great change.
I think that was me. Thank you.
Anyway, Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS. It's the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. And we have him back.
I like it when you go, welcome back, like Ross Porter. That's much better. Welcome back.
I was trying to be like Harry Carey.
Oh, yeah, it's more like Ross Porter. It's that time. This is a recurring theme.
Another friend of the show?
When we have absolutely nothing to do, we bring in Perry Smith to talk about what's going on in Santa Clarita.
Is that the recurring theme?
Yeah, pretty much. You're here a lot, aren't you?
Oh, boy.
So, top 5 stories in Santa Clarita.
Well, let's introduce the gentleman.
Well, okay.
Perry Smith, the news director here at KHTS.
You have to introduce me as the guy who needs no introduction.
I was going to say, he doesn't need any introduction.
When they did that.
Yeah. The guy who needs no introduction.
All right, what are we doing then here? All right, so
It's
let's
him.
talk Santa Clarita Valley news.
Santa Clarita Valley news.
Do I have like a sound effect yet? Do I get a bumper? Or...
Oh, we could do that.
We could do
if we had a producer.
It's Doug and John. Calling out Dana. Oh, man. First day on the... Wow, first day.
Yeah, well,
Oh, gosh. No mercy here
we
for
didn't
Doug
pick
and John
the help.
as usual. So that's why we're going to get right to the news then.
Please.
All right. Closing arguments in the Halloween trio. Finally, this case is nearing conclusion. 3 years after the guy was shot and left for dead and another guy was killed in the robbery outside of Art's Liquor in Canyon Country.
Right, in the post
mere
office
blocks
center.
from here.
Mere blocks.
Now, Perry, were all three of them charged with the same crime?
Yes. And that was the emphasis on... when I was in court Tuesday, the closing statements, the attorney, the prosecutor, Brad Lieberman, went over and over again. Look, robbery is a continuing offense, as the lawyer John knows. Once it's not over until the perpetrators get away with the property, and so the whole contention is that these two men. They're accusing one man, Diamante McGee, of being the gunman, and his two buddies were with him allegedly, and they beat up this guy. That's the prosecution's case. They beat up this guy, and he was shot, and he was reportedly trying to shoot the guy, gun jammed. Finally, got the shot off, and he shot the guy who was trying to help the guy who they were robbing. Again,
Now,
allegedly. So
we
should have a jury.
Do you recall the charge? Was it murder one?
It was felony murder.
Felony murder,
which is
with special circumstances.
Exactly.
Because it was committed in the act of a crime.
Exactly, and there's certain crimes I learned this that they don't they're so dangerous that if a murder happens during them or somebody dies during it, then it's automatic felony murder.
But all three of them were charged with murder one?
And all three of them are the two other friends are accused of aiding and abetting because they allegedly knew and talked about
3 years of law school paid off, Mom.
There you go.
So does the jury have it yet?
Go internet law degrees. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Does the jury have it yet? Are they?
You can get one online? I bought mine.
So the jury is expected to get the case today. The closing arguments have been going on for about 3 days.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a lot of issues, lots of lawyers want to go over. So the case is technically still wrapping up, but I would imagine any moment now. It's probably literally because it's 1:30, probably just getting back from court and going into closing arguments.
Right.
So Valencia High School.
Yeah.
Boys behaving badly.
This made the big news. Well, KNX. It made
Ouch.
L.A. Well,
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying that's
everywhere.
how big a story
Wow.
it is.
Doug,
Wow,
taking
Doug.
shots. And John, you're just going to sit there as my legal representation?
I'm stunned.
It was a...
Yeah.
It went almost. It went.
I'm going
national.
to have to get some more aggressive
It
lawyers.
went. How about it went national?
Yeah.
You want to try that one, Doug?
It was actually...
Retract
It was
sensitive way
It
of
was a
handling
compliment.
It went national.
You did read it here first on
And for-
hometownstation.com, just saying.
For whatever it's worth, I'd rather watch Girls Gone Bad than Boys Behaving Badly.
Okay.
As far as my choice in videos.
That's
Doug,
a
can we
personal
talk to John
preference.
about his personal life, keeping it off the family
Anyway,
community
so
radio
tell the
airwaves?
listeners what
Anyways.
happened in case they're not aware.
So, yeah, there was a video posted on, shortly after the incident, some Friday Night Lights, kids at the football game. We saw another video that people had sent to us that showed the kids, meeting outside behind the bleachers or wherever the kids meet, talking, hey, let's throw hands. I guess that's what people are calling fist fighting these days.
Got me.
I learned all kinds of new phrases watching these kids talk.
You are so rad.
Yeah, I'm so streets. So they were talking about it. It's like, hey, we're not going to be doing it here in front of administration. Let's go. And then so the other video we saw is about 45 to 50 seconds of kids beating up this one kid who's, ran up to him and they were fighting and throwing hands. And so anyways, the administration or the Hart District Governing Board took some heat right away because, the incident went viral before there was a public response and there was some complaints. The district said, "Hey, give us some time. We're handling it." There was one student was arrested after the incident because he posted some threats on Twitter, allegedly, after viewing the video. So we had one arrest, but what I'm hearing, kind of on the side is that it's going to get handled at the school site level, and it's probably going to how it's going to resolve. Right,
as it should. It was a fight. It
Yeah,
was a fight after the football game. Other than the fact that it was videotaped. Well, did I see something where it was? I thought it was like baseball players involved.
Again,
Is that
all speculation. I don't know why the kids were wearing, pink socks. They seemed to all be like in a group together, like they were all friends. But who knows in high school if they were on a team. We try to avoid reporting that just because somebody identified them as the team, but who knows if they had something against the team.
Okay, so it wasn't fan versus fan violence because you hate fan violence.
And it didn't. My understanding also is it was not like Valencia versus. Is that a shot at the Raiders?
It was a shot at the Raiders. I was going there.
Gosh.
You kept going. I thought it was pretty fun. All right, we're taking a break so we can rag
It's called
about
the high road, John.
Can we take a break and rag about the Raiders during the
do
break
it.
at least? All right.
By all means.
You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour on AM-1220 KHTS with Perry Smith, the news director. And unless he gets completely sick of us during the break, we'll be right back.
All right.
We're halfway through the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS. It's the segment we call, what do we call this? Perry's Top 5 or something? Or
Cool.
the best of
Perry's
Perry? Or
The best. All Perry,
We'll call
all
that a
the
working
time.
title with an asterisk? All right.
Perry's perspective.
Perry's
Anyways,
perspective.
Peter Marquez, where's
I know.
with all
Where's the
these?
creativity?
It's
Yeah.
Perry Smith, the news director here at KHTS.
So, all right.
The
so
week
we
in
got-
review.
We have the trial. We have
We
the
were talking
fight.
about the closing talk. We were talking about the Valencia High viral video. Cowboy Festival possibly moving. John, I don't know how... You don't strike me as a big Cowboy guy since you're a Redskins fan. You can't be
that's a
both,
fine, right?
There you go.
That's a fine.
Sorry, FCC.
Yeah. Redskins. Insensitive. Redskins. Okay, so wait a minute. It was at Melody Ranch, right? Where's it going to move to?
It was at Melody Ranch. It's been at Melody Ranch for a few years. They're talking about putting it at Hart Park in the Heritage Junction area, kind of maybe like spreading it out over there. I've been hearing reports that Warner Brothers is going to be filming at Melody Ranch, which
that
hosts
could be-
dozens of
Yeah.
like major, like Django was, I
Right.
think, filmed there, and a
Right.
bunch of big blockbusters. So that would be
That could probably be the
interesting.
reason. But
And hearing the city officials' perspective, talk to Tim Ben. The city doesn't want to say anything for sure because nothing's official.
right.
Things, I guess, could fall through. Maybe the pilot will get canceled that they're going to film there. Who knows? But the city won't say anything like as far as, yeah, we're looking forward to the Hart Park move or, yeah, it's a done deal. But Tim Ben brought up an interesting point in saying that, it would be great if we could have this at a location that basically we could guarantee it would be available for us and obviously there's a lot of history at Hart Park and the Heritage Junction area. There's
Right.
Bill Hart's mansion and a whole bunch of cool,
that
Western
would make
lore and
sense.
obviously historical
Yeah.
significance of the area too. So
Yeah. And you can
that's
tie it
something.
into downtown Newhall and kind of
Right, and exactly make it a big promotion
yeah,
for the
promotion thing
city
for the
and
city.
really blow it out,
That'd be
which
great for the
maybe they're
businesses
planning on, but again, don't want to say until
Yeah.
they have all their ducks in a row. So that's what we're
They can
assuming
bring ducks there too.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Put a regatta through
John.
down Main.
Gotta have their ducks in a row. They need to bring
Who knows?
ducks. Sorry.
Seriously, can you get a band hammer for these puns, Doug? Like,
You
throw your
started
clout. If you're not going to have clout, what's the point of
I lost clout a
using
long
it
time
here.
ago with him.
Well,
All right. So what else you got? So far, it's been real exciting.
Doug,
news week
Doug
in
and
Santa
friends.
Clarita.
Anyways, so what else do we have going on? I had my little news slate here. And
The light turned red. That's
Yeah.
it was yellow first, and then it was red, and went to
Oh.
green.
Do we care about the solar eclipse? Are we concerned about that?
It was over.
I know Peter's looking for life on other planets,
Man, you should see me.
and,
But
and we're looking for life in Peter.
Isn't it kind of over?
Yeah, it happened.
I was
It's
kinda over it.
news. You know what? It's not. It doesn't. It's not news unless it's already.
Perry, I'm
happened.
getting the impression it's a slow news week, and would that be?
I thought I had two pretty good stories. Excuse me. At least.
What about the
but
election? You don't
there
want to go
is-
election at all?
No, because
Okay.
we're going to be talking about that more. I know.
Can I ask you a question about the election?
Sure. I didn't have any other stories.
Are you okay? Good. So we can. This stretching movement. We can stretch it out. All right. I can make you look smart. Just out of curiosity, is there any media involved? I guess that does any type of polling data.
No, it's actually pretty expensive to do that to undertake something like that because you have to have the calls and phone banks and certain
Right.
if you want accurate data. I've heard reports. I mean, it's just pure speculation at this point because there were no ashes, but there are polls that indicate Knight might be in the lead.
Okay.
But the information that I got from that, I won't cite the source, but it did come from a Knight supporter. So, I mean, whenever I hear that kind of stuff, like, oh, it's close, but my guy's up a little bit, I'm skeptical.
So, I mean, I know they do internal polling, obviously. They do internal polls.
And almost the other way, when I hear somebody who says they've got some poll numbers and they say that it's really close for their guy, then it usually means the other way.
Their guy's losing big.
Yeah. So, we'll see. It's too early to speculate. I think it's going to be a dogfight.
What I heard today, not here, but nationally, what they're doing now, they're really trying to zero in on the folks that vote by mail, and they're doing what they call exit polling for those.
Well, and they've showed that a lot of the times that pretty much.
And we know here in Santa Clarita, a good number of folks vote by mail.
Right.
So it'd be nice if they could set up some sort of exit polling, if you will.
Oh no, you don't want to do that for vote by mail because then I'm not going to
excuse it.
Yeah, it would skew it. I know what you're talking about. There's actually a website, and then what they track is who votes by mail. And their party affiliation, their age, their education level, things along those lines. Who are these people that are voting by mail? And that's more of an interesting subject, I think, from a political science standpoint.
On a serious note, though, I did have one more news story that I think it's breaking right now. Jessica Boyer and the news team is literally just writing it up and posting it. So you're getting it.
Okay, make a note. We need breaking news music too.
Breaking news on KHTS.
Anyways,
we interrupt this regularly scheduled program for a breaking news announcement.
So Cal Arts students held a walkout on Thursday.
Really?
They were upset because of the way an alleged sexual assault report was handled by Cal Arts administration. It was reported by Al Jazeera. Last week they picked it up first. Mm-hmm. We saw the report and calling on this. Cal Arts can't really say too much about the situation because it's an investigation, but essentially the student was upset over some of the questions she was asked. Again, allegedly because Cal Arts will not comment about what the questions were asked or citing student privacy. But the student said she was asked about her drinking habits, how often she partied, the length of her dress, how oral rape was even possible, whether she certain things that we just not get into online, but or on the radio. But we have the report on hometownstation.com, and it's definitely going to be a developing situation. The school reportedly held some workshops in response to the incident, to kind of raise awareness about
that's massive
violence on campus and sexual assaults. But yeah, definitely a concern. The students again were upset. There was some protests and then walking out, so we're still following that situation. But Title IX laws basically are about inequality.
Exactly.
And so if the student felt that they were being unfairly questioned because they were female, then they can file that complaint federally, and we won't know anything for about 9 months until the federal government's done investigating the situation. So that's what's going on right now. That's kind of a breaking situation. So hopefully I lived up to the reputation, John, when you brought me on here.
There you go. See,
it's quality news.
That's why we have you on here.
And I'll see if we can
get some telling us there was a solar eclipse last week.
Updates about that blood orange moon, and yeah.
All right,
John
Perry
for the
Smith,
win,
the
all right?
news director from KHTS.
Doug, what does John drive? 'Cause, you guys are going to be here another 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. All right. Now, thanks Perry, for coming in. Appreciate it a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Great stories. A lot of good stuff going on in Santa Clarita.
Always.
Sort of. All right. You're listening to the Gazette Radio Hour. To stay informed, you can listen to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We will be back.